Hello, this is Shonda. Welcome to Black Book Stacks. This is my new channel on BookTube, and I thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. I appreciate any comments of support. I understand that I am in the tradition of a lot of amazing young Black women who have been doing this work for much longer, so I appreciate that. I just wanted to add my voice to the chorus of people here on YouTube who are supporting the work of Black women writers, and just add some informed opinions about some of the writers and the books that I've enjoyed in 2019. For this iteration, today's video, I'm going to talk about Damaris B. Hill's A Bound Woman is a Dangerous Thing. So I had the amazing experience of both talking to Damaris for Bookster and interviewing her. I'll put that link below. I've also had the chance to interview her and write about her for Kirkus and also for Bitch Magazine. And so one of the things that I loved the most about this book is, I consider it nonfiction even though it's a hybrid book. And I loved that she said it was a triple entendre, right? So for Black women, the subtitle is The Incarceration of African American Women from Harriet Tubman to Sandra Bland. And so for Black women, we are bound not just to our communities and to our people, as Ella Baker put it, but we're also bound in ways that are related to incarceration, right? That are related to being suppressed. And then I think there's one other definition, which is about springing forth, right? So you can bound forward and you don't have to be bound as in stuck. And there are amazing people that are sort of written about in ways that kind of reify their status, not just as the amazing ancestors and trailblazers that they may have been, but also as sort of symbols and avatars for this particular sort of status in the triple entendre tradition. So one example is Ida B. Wells, for example, right? So here she is in all her glory. If you don't know Ida B. Wells, she was an amazing anti-lynching advocate, activist, publisher, journalist, muckraking journalist. She is part of the reason why in history we have a clear understanding of just how great and amazing the scope of lynching post-Reconstruction was in America, and it's an incredible, we stand on her shoulders, right? She was a giant of storytelling and witnessing at great risk to herself, right? As much as we have our challenges and dangers, even back then it was even worse. She also was actually a really good and active advocate for getting out the vote in Chicago and in the Chicago area to elect the first Black congressman. That would have been the early 1900s, I believe. We also have the incredible Eartha Kitt, who is here just giving us life, sleeping on a bus, just like living her best life as always. And, there are many, many more. Harriet Tubman is in here. Sandra Bland is in here. These are also pictures Damaris said to me early on, which, if there wasn't a positive or affirming picture, then she wouldn't put it in the book because, we have enough pictures of us that show us basically being downtrodden and not necessarily looking the happiest or the most like ourselves, essentially. So the poetry is beautiful. You know, it is just an important contribution to the tradition. And because I'll put Damaris's interviews and some of the stuff that I worked on in the description box below, you can look for some of that. I believe A Bound Woman is a Dangerous Thing is also going to be in paperback soon, if it's not already. This book was in many different printings before it even came out, so that was really incredible to see and amazing to see the support of the work. And I had a chance to, I got my Well Read Black Girl t-shirt at the Well Read Black Girl Festival. Shout out to Gloria Deem. So, you know, it's good to run into her again this year. I think it's important for us to have books, especially I think in these times, that remind us of our variety and of the different ways that we can stand up and see ourselves and see the legacy of those who came before us and all the different ways that they were bound, not just the ways that they were suppressed, but also the ways that they sprung forth. So shout out to Damaris B. Hill for offering us this amazing, you know, sort of hybrid book that has so much of yourself in it. Really appreciate it. It's really beautiful. If you're looking for it, you can find it wherever books are sold, and I highly recommend it, especially if you're looking for, you know, sort of a book to recommend to your favorite reader during the holiday season. All right, that's it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And I will be back soon with another installment from Black Book Stacks. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. See you again soon.